Today I have a taste for a simple yet tasty spaghetti meat sauce, so I thought about this recipe. There's not a lot to it and anyone can make it. I'm going to cook the sauce in a Dutch oven pan that has been preheating on medium heat for 1 minute. I will start by adding 2 tablespoons of oil and frying 1 medium yellow onion, finely chopped. To the onion, I'm going to add 4 large garlic cloves, grated, and fry them together. Not too much, just until they're golden. The smell is already incredible, so we're off to a good start. Now I'm going to add 1 small green bell pepper, finely chopped, and saute it with the onion and garlic. They have been sauteing for a couple of minutes, so I'm going to add 1.5 pounds of ground sirloin, or any ground meat that you like, and break it all up. And I'm going to brown the meat real good. I'm frying the beef until it's no longer pink. I have a few spaghetti recipes on my channel. There's a spaghetti for every taste out there. The beef has been frying for 5 minutes now, so I'm going to add 1 teaspoonful of beef base. If you don't want to use beef base, only use garlic salt or salt. You may use a couple of Knorr beef bouillon cubes or 1 tablespoon of granulated beef bouillon. I'm also going to add 1 tablespoon of salted butter and let it melt. The butter is melted, so now I'm going to add 4 Roma tomatoes, peeled and seeded, which you may replace for a 14.5 ounce can of petite diced tomatoes or any tomato that you like. If you want to know how I seeded and peeled my tomatoes, I have a couple of videos. I'll put a link of one of them in the description and at the end of this video. Now it's time to add the seasonings. Here I have 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of garlic salt, and 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper. And stir. The tomatoes have been cooking for 10 minutes now. So I'm going to add a 29 ounce can of tomato sauce. The smell is wonderful in this house. And stir. This is truly a delicious sauce. Incorporate everything very well. To that I'll add half a cup of water and stir again. Now is a good time to taste for salt and seasoning. It's delicious, but I am going to add 1 teaspoon of white granulated sugar to cut the acidity of the tomatoes a little bit. If you don't want to use sugar, you may add 1 medium chopped carrot to the onion and garlic in the beginning of the recipe. The sauce is starting to look good already. Do you agree? It's full of body, hearty. I'm going to cover the pan, lower the heat to low medium, and I'm going to let it cook for 45 minutes. But every 10 minutes or so, I'm going to remove the lid, stir a little bit, and put the lid back on. It has been 10 minutes since it started cooking, so I'm going to stir it a little bit. Smells so good. I lowered the heat even more. It's really on low heat now because it's going pretty good. So I'm going to cover it, let it cook for 10 more minutes, and then I'll stir it again. I have 15 minutes left on the sauce, so now I'm going to start cooking the pasta. I'm going to boil 3 quarts of water on high heat. I cover the pan for the water to come to a boil faster. I'm going to check on the spaghetti sauce one more time and stir it. Scrape the bottom of the pan. There's not much there, but it's always good too. Put the lid back on and let it cook for 10 more minutes. I have 5 minutes left on the sauce, so I'm going to add 15 olives. I love olives in spaghetti sauce. If you don't like it, you may omit it. And note that I'm only going to cook it in the sauce for about 5 minutes so it doesn't lose its flavor. I'm going to cover it, let it finish cooking. Now that the water is boiling, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt, stir it. I chose to use thin spaghetti, but you may use spaghetti, angel hair, any pasta that you like. And I'm going to start stirring right away so the spaghetti doesn't stick. And I'm going to stir it for 1 minute. I turn the heat down to medium-high, and I'm going to cook the pasta till it's al dente, about 8 minutes. The spaghetti sauce is done. I'm going to stir it, and what a beautiful sauce this is. Look at that. Wow, delicious. Cover it, turn the heat off, and let it sit until the pasta is done. I'm going to put a little sauce at the bottom of the Pyrex. I'm not going to bake it because I don't want to dry the sauce. I'm just going to serve it in here. Spread it. I'm going to add a little grated Parmesan cheese. Now I'm going to add the spaghetti. Spread it. And add the rest of the sauce. The olives really make it. And if you don't like olives, you may add mushrooms in the beginning of the cooking. This is great for a large family, I tell you. This is really delicious with garlic bread. I have a spaghetti meat sauce video where I teach how to make homemade garlic bread. I make a delicious garlic butter. I'll put the link of that video in the description as well. You guys may want to check out all of my spaghetti videos. I have quite a few on my channel. Put some grated Parmesan cheese. I'm going to get a couple of large forks and bring it up a little bit like this, so the sauce will get all in the pasta. And I think it's going to be great that way. Who doesn't love spaghetti? A little more Parmesan cheese. You may also want to add parsley. I'm going to add chives because it's what I have in my garden. And it's really tasty. A little more Parmesan cheese because it's never too much. Now my favorite part, tasting this deliciousness. It is absolutely wonderful. The olives come through. It adds so much to the sauce. I hope you try and like my delicious yet easy spaghetti meat sauce recipe. Thank you for watching.